I'll see you in the next life.
No! Now, No One Lives is a 2012 horror thriller that tells the story of how a group of violent criminals push whom they believe to be a timid man to the limit.
You're not the type. Trust me. I know the type.
But they are unaware that he's a meticulous, bloodthirsty psychopath.
That's who you're mistaken. But this should clear up the confusion.
So, why should you watch this movie? Reason number one, the criminals.
Mind my lead. Let me do the talking.
Now, we first meet a team of criminals: Hogg, Ethan, Amber, Tamara, Denny, and Flynn.
Shut it down. Shut it down. What about all the...
Shut it down.
Now, things don't start off the best for them as they botch a robbery from earlier in the movie. But what we know about this crew is that they have no problem nor any remorse for killing. Yes, they lay waste to an entire family, including the family's young son.
Every cop in the county heard that racket.
So the next time we see them, they are starting trouble with this guy and his girlfriend.
Don't mind my boy here. His idea of friendliness is to scare the tourists.
And while the crew don't believe there's got to be any threat to them, as audiences, we can sense that he's at least capable of handling himself. But trust me, we have no idea.
He's gonna come and he's gonna kill you all.
Reason number two, the psychopath.
No one lives.
Now we meet a driver with no name. It's not that he doesn't have one, it's that no one in the movie knows who he is except his girlfriend.
Why don't you start by telling us his name?
He doesn't have a name.
But she's pretty much hush-hush about his identity. So to the general public and to our band of violent criminals, the driver seems rather timid.
If I wanted to hear from an asshole, I'd rip you a new one.
I mean, to the movie's characters, he doesn't come across as a guy who would harm even a fly. But it's a reason this section of the video is called The Psychopath, because the driver is actually a wanted man.
Yeah, and a trail of heat from here to Oregon, hunting for the motherfucker who kidnapped her.
He has been kidnapping and murdering girls throughout the United States, and police believe him to be the culprit of a college murder where someone brutally killed 14 students and kidnapped a financial heiress.
A killer entered the house. Was he already there, waiting, or was he a friend?
Now, while his work is well known, not much is known about the man himself.
Hey, dude, did you get in an accident or something?
Exactly. Something.
Reason number three, the trigger.
No!
Our fork in the road moment occurs when our group of criminals kidnaps and robs the driver and his girlfriend. Now, throughout these scenes, the driver's girlfriend keeps shaking her head no to him, not wanting him to act when provoked earlier by our criminals.
Don't.
Don't.
Why she does this? We can only guess that it's because he knows how to defend himself, but actually, it's much more than that. She's only of two people who's able to keep him at bay. So, what do I mean by that? Let's put it this way. During their kidnapping scene, his girlfriend gets her throat cut, and his hostage, the heiress, gets found and taken by the group of criminals who sees her as a bargaining chip for a massive payday. But money is the least of their problems.
Enough, motherfucker! Come on! Bring it!
Reason number four, the War of Attrition. Now, this movie boils down to the criminals versus the psychopath. Who do you think has the advantage? A group of armed, violent criminals or our resident psychopath? And the answer is fairly obvious, but what happens next will prove to be by far the worst decision these criminals has ever committed. So let's backtrack here. They bullied him, sexually harassed his girlfriend, kidnapped and killed his girlfriend, robbed him, and taken his prized possession, which is his hostage, whom he has a sort of twisted love for. So the only advice you could offer them at this point is to, well, run, and apparently it's too even late for that.
My best hope of escape is while he's killing the whole bunch of you. So I'll just wait.
Reason number 5, bodies, bodies, bodies. is an absolute bloodbath. And while completely outgunned and outmanned, our driver, our psychopath, goes on a revenge tour. He not only kills them, he tortures them in the process. He stokes fear in their hearts while meticulously hunting them down in a sort of Batman-esque form.
Motherfucker!
I mean, they know he's coming, but they are completely powerless to stop him.
Why are you doing this?
Keeps me fit.
You see, he not only wants to spill their blood, but he's also hell-bent on retrieving his prized possession, Emma, the wealthy heiress and the new love of his life. In the end, No One Lives was a pleasant surprise, and for starters, it's a WWE project, and even had Brodus Clay, now Tyrus, in the movie.
You're dead, fucker.
Now, I enjoyed the premise. I love the idea of having a movie where criminals pick on someone they aren't aware that is more violent than them. And those sort of concepts can play out in a myriad of ways, and I enjoyed the way that this one was done. I mean, Luke Evans does Psycho very well, and it's his performance as the driver that puts this movie over the top. And yes, I highly recommend this movie.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Then I guess you're just unlucky.
And until next time, when CEDtalks horror.